Welcome. Just went live, but I'm posting in the group. Earlier I went live, if you were here, and my power went off not too far into it. So we're going to go again and see if maybe my power will allow me to do it. As always, I'm just posting in the group, our Facebook group that we've got going, so that people can know from the group that I'm live. And then I'll be back in the chat and in the YouTube room here in a moment. Let me make this an announcement. Okay. All right. I believe we're back. What's up? My power is back on. Finally made it to your live. Hey, I'm glad. I don't know if you earlier my power went out, and I was in the middle of a live. I was probably, I don't know, maybe 6 minutes in. I wasn't really far in it at all, and kicked me out. My whole computer, all the lights went off. I was like, oh, great, how awesome. So, hold on. I literally just hopped on my computer, so I'm just glancing at my emails really quick, making sure there's nothing crazy in there. Okay. What's up, Pickle How? Super upset earlier. But I took that time to shower and do all that. Get ready for the day, even though it's almost 1 where I'm at. Okay. And it was kind of a live at a weird part of the day. So we're just, if as boring as it is right now, we're just waiting for some more people to get in here, possibly. How bad is it to have to cancel an order? Bree, it depends on how many other orders you have going on. So if you have, you know, you don't want it to, you have this thing called a cancellation rate, which is on your app on your phone. It's easier to check it there. And you don't want that thing to stay above 10%. So if you manage to keep that below 10%, you're good. I have to cancel stuff every once in a while. It's not a big deal, but that's because I do a lot of orders. So, you know, if you cancel 1 out of every 10 orders, then you got an issue. And my cancellation rate has been above 10%, but then I review them and have them, you know, kicked off or whatever. But if you have to cancel an order, it's not the worst thing in the world. It's just better to have the customer request to cancel on their end, and then you accept it, because then it doesn't count. What's up, Edelgisa? My account got locked 2 times, and views and sales are in the pits. Damn, Pickle Ho. Cancellation. Oh, did they change it below 5% now? Well, that sucks. On Facebook's current terms and conditions for this, it still says 10%, but I know that in the past there has been things that I've updated that aren't the same on here, so that might be the case. I opened a few more Facebook accounts, 5 total. 2 had the shipping option right when I opened it. I made $180 in 2 days. Nice. My views, I mean, they kind of did, but just nothing out of the ordinary for views on my items. I guess I should ask. I need to repeat your guys' stuff more, because I don't know if when people like replay this back later, if they even see your guys' comments. So, basically, somebody asked, did your views drop after, Pickleho asked, did your views drop after getting locked out? Because previously my account was locked. No, I didn't really notice that, other than just the natural, you know, when you have something listed for a while and it, depending on what type of item it is, it just like drops over time. So I did have that happen, but nothing like where it seemed like it mattered. I actually had 3 sales by the time I woke up, which is how I knew my account was unlocked. So I didn't really suffer from that. Like, I'm sure I did, but I also wasn't listing as much because I was kind of bummed out from being locked out, and I just didn't get back in the thing about it. So yeah, that's really it. Well, there's my cat. All right. What's up, cat? Hello, everybody. I finally have been listing today, and I was actually using that FBM Fox that everybody's talking about, and so far, pretty much liking it. It was able to sync all my stuff, which was kind of cool from my other account, like. You know, because like when you always get worried when you start a new software, it's like well, crap, I'm not gonna have all my listings in this new software. But in the extension, I was able to just like select some settings, and it synced with my Facebook store, like my Facebook Marketplace, which is pretty cool. Have you ever tried boosting your listings? Yeah, and I've never had success with it, so it's not my type of thing. I'm thinking of dropping my profit to 30. But I don't want to make a race to the bottom. It's funny you say that, because I just started increasing mine. Like, I started listing things, like if there's a couple items I found that they're like around $50, and I started listing them for $150. So I'll go in the opposite direction and seeing if I have any luck. Not because I think, you know, that's the way to do it. Just there's a couple items where, mainly because of this software, is like it helps you find stuff that are pretty cool, and like on eBay. And then I'll just search those things on Amazon once I find good sellers on eBay, and I'll list those appropriately with the other pricing, and sometimes it's literally over 100%. But I just started doing that today, so I'll update everybody on that. Because here's the thing, I mark up 50%, but after everything's said and done, I get like 35 or 40%. So you do whatever makes you comfortable, man. So I asked this earlier in my previous live that got ruined. I want to know, what are your guys's, like when you first when you first started drop shipping, like what was your biggest thing that you were worried about? And what was, like, you know, I don't know, when you first started, things that you wish you had some information on, you know, that kind of stuff. Just little, like, even if you're just like, man, I just wish I would have known how to, you know, fulfill an order, because I had to figure that out and I kind of sucked, or, you know, little stuff like that. I kind of want to know, because I'm going to put together a series of videos that aren't necessarily for you guys, but I'm going to delete this video really quick. Delete. Mainly, it's basically going to be a like a tiny little course if people want it that could help them speed up, but it's not going to be for literally. It's the same information anybody can find on my stuff, but I'm going to make a tiny little course for people who just start out, who like instead of scavenging through the internet, they can get it all, and it'll be pretty damn cheap. But I'm thinking about it. I don't know. Will you do a review of FBM Fox? Yeah, my goal today was to go through FBM Fox a bunch. I do have an affiliate code for it. It gives you 10% off your first month. So, I mean, I've already been giving that out. Some people have been using that. But, yeah, my goal today, but then my power went out, so I couldn't use my computer, which sucked. But yeah, so far I will do a review, and I'll do several videos on FBM Fox. And they're waiting for me to, so trust me, they want me to also. Just because I know that they want you guys to know more about it, and it's something I actually use now. The coolest thing about it is the damn, like, you go into eBay, you can find sellers on eBay that are other drop shippers that are drop shipping on eBay, and you can look at all their items, and then there's a damn thing in the extension that lets you find all their best selling ones, and then it highlights them, and then you can just list those on Facebook. And so far I've made, I've barely used it, and I made a few $100s doing it already. Like, it's very easy. It just takes the guesswork out. I like it a lot, but that's like one of many features on there that I need to review, and see, are they clunky? Do they work as good as they're supposed to? Like, for somebody who doesn't know anything about it, I want to look at all the ins and outs and give you guys a really honest thing, but I can't do that until I get a lot of experience with it. So I'm hoping that this week I can make my first little just synopsis review over it and just give you guys a, do I like it, do I not like it as a whole. So I'm hoping to do that soon. Okay, let me get back to the chat. I had no idea what to list up, still struggling. What item to list up? I see. I wish I knew about tax exemption. Yeah, tax exemption is still a thing that I need to make a video about. I need to there's so many things I could focus on. It's hard. Taxes, I'm still stressing about it, but try not to worry much. What's up? So right now, I had Antoine. I don't think he's in here right now, but he commented on a video yesterday, because I mentioned in my video yesterday that I save 15% of my self-employment income aside for the end of the year, and that is because you get a 1099 at the end of the year that you run across your personal taxes, and then that's when you know what you owe on personal taxes. So, but he said, you need to pay them quarterly or else you get penalized for that. So I already had a meeting set up with my accountant so that I can really learn from my accountant what I need to do this properly on the tax side, just so that I don't run into any issues later. So once I have that meeting, which will be next week, I'm sure I'll make a video on that at some point. So yeah, luckily though, we're just now a quarter way through the year, so any kind of issues won't really be a problem right now. So I'm not too worried about it. I don't know anything about taxes. I heard we have to pay quarterly. Oh yeah. Can you do a video on FBM Fox doesn't work for me. Hey man, it might not work for everybody. That's okay. There are plenty of softwares. I also have, not that the affiliate part matters, but I mean, AutoDS is waiting for me to make stuff reviewing them. There's a new one called FB Facebook Marketplace Pro, or FBM Pro. Something like that. And then there's also a Marketplace Wizard that's coming out. All of those are going to be ones that I review and kind of talk about. They've been talking with me for a while now. Some of them are still just getting developed. So there will be plenty of options. And then there's just always good old Z-Drop, which I'll probably keep no matter what I end up getting. Just because sometimes it's just, I don't know what it is. Z-Drop's just cheap and easy, man. But it doesn't do a bunch of stuff. It does the basics for you. So that's all. That's all I really got to say about that. I'm going to see if my new stuff I listed today has any views. I was hoping to make a sale by now. None of them are taking off. Highest one's got like 9 views. I posted it 2 hours ago. Damn it. Welcome everybody who just got in here. If you would, please like the video, and if you haven't subscribed already, please subscribe. That would be super awesome of you. Hi, cat. Let's switch Facebook accounts real quick. By the way, some people have been asking, like, oh, how do you do 2 Facebook accounts? Like, do you use a VPN? Any of that stuff? No. I literally will switch Facebook accounts in the same Chrome browser without starting it over. I don't use a VPN. So far, I haven't run into any issues. So that doesn't mean I won't, but so far, so good. I'm just switching right back to my other account right now. So literally within like a minute, I'm just jumping all over the place. Also, for those of you who are like, what's going on in the group? We do have admins now starting to pay a little bit more attention to like scammy stuff in the group and trying to filter through some of that. We're almost to like 1,500 people, so I mean it's bound to happen that there's going to be some bad actors in there that are going to make stuff a little iffy, but we're trying to nail that down as best we can. Hi, cat. You're just going to see me say hi, cat over and over again. But yeah, I was listing with FBM Fox. If any of you guys are interested in that, the coupon code is Cameron10, just all one word. But if you're not interested in that, then don't get it. Who cares? Do what makes you money. Haven't had anything pop up on the chat in a while. You guys just sitting there staring at me like weirdos? Tell you what, if you're feeling good, this is always a question that I can refer to later when more people start asking, because somebody's gonna ask. What are the best-selling categories you guys are using right now? Without giving away anything that you don't want to give away. VAs, dog. What do you mean, Ronald? So, late night internet marketing. Does FBM Fox do repricing? I haven't used it yet, but I think they do. I don't know though, so let me just check. Let me check the their stuff and see. It says auto price and stock updates. So they send you. They'll update the current stock and price in the FBM Fox platform. But I don't know if they actually like. I don't think that any of them can actually reprice your Facebook things. I think all they can do is alert you, and you have to go in there and change those things, especially because you're not allowed to alter the price after an item is sold. So I don't know if we could get there. I haven't seen one yet that anybody actually can go in and change the price on your listings, because again, if you've already sold one, like, you can't even do that manually. So I don't know. But they do the update thing where they tell you and alert you, and you can set their frequency. Like, you can set it to do it every hour or every 4 hours or once a day. you can set it to do whatever frequency you want of how often it checks for price changes and stock updates, which is pretty cool. Starting to hire someone to find items. Yeah. So Ronald said he's starting to hire some VAs to find items for him. He can't see himself doing manual long term. I know, I really need to get to that point because that's been my downfall, is just the item part. But again, I'm always like, man, what keeps... If I was a VA and I was like, felt a little lazy that day, I'd be like, well, I'm just going to give this other client the same crap I gave this client today because I don't really feel like finding new individual items. So, but that's because I'm a lazy person, so don't trust me with VA work. Ever. But, yeah, so... Right now, the FBM Fox has new suppliers they just announced yesterday. So they've got like Sears, Best Buy, Sam's, Kmart, Costco, Overstock, Bed Bath & Beyond, Home Depot, Tesco, Zoro. Yeah, so some new ones. They import your existing listings. They auto price with stock updates. They can go Amazon to Facebook now, Walmart to Facebook, eBay. It has the managing for virtual assistants in there. Yeah. I mean, it has fast listing, just like what you would need, like minimal. That's pretty cool. Late night internet marketing. So I don't think it does, but I just emailed the guy who made it. So if he's on right now and he feels like emailing me back, I'll update you live on here. But again, since I haven't done a full review of it yet, I don't know all the little details, so I don't want to give you like half-ass info. Good afternoon, Vern. If you don't mind me asking, what's your sell-through rate? Like, if you list 10 items, how much would you sell within a day? I mean, I guess I don't know because I don't really care about that number. I don't know why. I guess I don't know why that's valuable. Just to, I guess, to see how efficient you are. I guess what that does is it tells you how good you are at selling items, which is great. But the problem is I don't list consistently, so I don't really have a way to gauge it. Like today, I listed 5 items so far, and that's probably the most I've listed in like a week. Like I don't list that often, but I'm starting to again. So, I mean, back when I was listing consistently, I would say for every 10 to 15 items I listed, I probably sold 3 or 4 of them, and that might be generous. I mean, it might even just be like 2, but. But honestly, I've had plenty of days where I listed 10, 15 things and never sold any of them. So it's a little iffy. Hire someone full-time who has no experience, so you know you're the first to teach them the how-tos and they're likely not working for anyone else. Cool. Aubrey. Hello, what do you guys use to track stock and prices? Sorry, I just joined. I didn't hear the company name that you were talking about. Right now, I use FBM Fox. There's always a link in my description. I have a coupon code in there for 10% off your first month. It's a little pricier, but when you're wanting to level up, they do that. They automatically sync your whole marketplace, and will use the URL of the product and find and update the pricing and stock in the app for you. So not your marketplace, but on the Facebook Marketplace, FBM Fox account that you have, it'll update it there. So okay. I just got an email back from the guy who made FBM Fox, right? He said it reprices them on Marketplace. So yes, it does. It says it will also put them in and out of stock on Marketplace. He said it's one of their biggest features that makes them stand out. So I haven't used that yet, but yes, the creator just literally emailed me as we're talking. It does reprice your items on your Marketplace account for you, which is pretty damn cool. And again, if the item goes out of stock, it'll just make it out of stock for you. So that's super cool. Again, because that is super awesome, I have a coupon code in the description for you. It gives you 10% off your first month. The code is Cameron10. You know I got to get my coupon code out there. But that should help you guys out too. And there is a 7-day free trial. So go for that. There was something else in the email too. Any other questions? Okay. Did you start off with an LLC or as a sole proprietor, and did you need LLC to open business checking account? So, you don't need an LLC. In fact, I had an LLC. I waited. I talk about this in a lot of my other videos, but basically I told myself, okay, just try this thing out, make some money, and then buy an LLC, which where I live costs $166. I'm glad you caught it too, Aubrey. And then I'll get an LLC, and this will be like a business. It's going to be awesome. Well, I did that. I have an LLC. It is great for setting up things like tax exemptions, for partnering with wholesalers, doing stuff like that. But I can't tie it to my Facebook account. So really, regardless of if you make an LLC or not, you're going to get a 1099 as an individual because you can only tie your personal social to it. So it doesn't really matter unless you plan on doing bigger things down the road. Yes, an LLC is great if you want to start, but you can do a sole proprietorship too. It doesn't really matter. If you just want to get a tax ID so that you can open up a business checking account, which I do have. But yeah, that's really it. Fern. Okay, hold on. Yeah, Aubrey, you should check that out. Also, I guess for people who come in later, it's so yeah, FBM Fox. Try it free. Dang it, it's signing me in automatically. All right. I know this is probably annoying, guys, but I'm just gonna put this in here. So that people are like, well, what the hell is that? What does that mean? So that the link's right above it so that they know. Yo, Eric, what's up? Vern said, are you not using Z-Drop anymore? So, until I get the full scope of FBM Fox, which I won't really need Z-Drop at that point, but currently, do I still use Z-Drop? Yeah, I use it for mainly when I fulfill orders, and they have that really easy copy address button, and then it really easily fulfills all my information for orders. That's pretty much all I use Z-Drop for now. And I'll probably still keep it so that I can keep up to date with its features anyway, so I can update people on features as they come out if they're of any kind of importance. But when you upgrade to something like FBM Fox and you want to level up, you really don't need something like Z-Drop anymore. That's just, I mean, and for the price, I mean, it makes sense. It's like, why would you need... I think Z-Drop's great entry level, but if you can afford something better, or even if you're not at the entry level point, you're just leveling up, something like FBM Fox is for sure gonna help you out more. What do you think of people who sell on marketplace dropshipping, who sell a course? This guy on YouTube is selling his for $500. So I mean, I don't think anything bad of people selling a course. I just personally didn't use one to start. I don't think you need one to start. At some point, I already have an outline for a course that I'm going to make. It will be very small. It'll be for beginner stuff only. It's literally going to be videos like how do you even list? How do you put in the address for fulfilling an order? Like what store should you use? Like, you know, it's going to be literally the bare bones of when all that crap you learn when you first start. So that for some people who are like, I don't even know where to watch, what to do, it's probably going to be like $25-$50, something like that. And then people can just learn all that crap at once, where they just, now all they got to do is focus on selling. So yeah, I don't know. My first order I had to cancel because they were out of stock and my cancellation rate is 100%. Any advice, Marcus? What? My very first order I had to cancel because they were out of stock in my cancellation. All right, the only thing you can do on that is to sell more. You just got to wait and sell more. Depending on what was said in the Facebook message when you were contacting the client, you should have asked them to request to cancel regardless, to see if you could get around that. But if they couldn't do that, then, you know, I get it why you have a cancellation rate for that. But you just got to sell more because it's a percentage, right? So, I mean, if you sell 11 more items, you're going to be below 10% of a sales rate. FBM Fox is only for Facebook, question mark. I mean, that's what it's for. It's for listing. It's price tracking, product research, and listing for Facebook Marketplace. So yes, it's a Facebook Marketplace focused one, and that's really why the guy who made it is because there's like when he was starting to develop, there's like a huge need for a software that was only for that, because so far everybody else just made softwares that were doing it for other platforms. And they're like, oh, God, everybody's shifting into Facebook now. We really need to make one for that so these guys can get what they want. And they just kind of like put one together. This one is solely created for that purpose. So all their energy is on fixing things and making it the best thing for Facebook Marketplace. And again, of course, I'm going to talk about FBM Fox and stuff over time. I'm not part of FBM Fox. I'm not partnered with them. I do have affiliate code for them. And but that's about it. Like I don't, it's not like I'm like buddies with FBM Fox. So don't think I'm like selling something that I made, because I have no part in making that. Facebook or FBM Fox doesn't load your template, so I am using both. I don't have a bunch to say on that at the moment because I haven't used that feature, but they do have template features in there. You can create and name and have all sorts of templates. It's under the marketplace settings. So, I mean, it says template name. You can do, if you're using Facebook Marketplace in the US or the UK, you can change the automatic quantity, the markup amount, delivery method, shipping method, and descriptions. You can check whether you want it to hide from your friends and if you want it to allow price offers. But I haven't used it yet, so I don't know if it works, but they have it, so I'm assuming it works. Hey, Ssn Verification, 2 weeks now. 2 weeks no update. How to solve this? Help, please. Gentle Striker. I don't really know how to fix that other than, let me see if I still have this thing. I don't have it. Hold on. all you can do is try to submit reports for that, I guess, because I don't have any extra information. I don't know why some people get caught up on this social security number verification thing. What do you use for keeping track of everything for tax purposes? I was told a spreadsheet is the way to go. So yeah, Aubrey, that's what I do. I still use my spreadsheet, even though when you change to like a bigger software, you don't really need a spreadsheet at that point because it keeps track of all that crap for you. And you can export anything at any time. But I still use a spreadsheet just because instead of saying I'm a pen and paper type of person, I still like to have just some stuff that I can throw around on paper for like rough numbers. So what I do is at the end of each month, I just calculate what my profit is, and then I multiply that number, whatever the end number is. So like, let me pull up this month, or April. So, if you caught my video the other day, I'm not super proud of this number, but my April profit in total was $1,512. So I just multiply that by 0.15, and then I set whatever that aside is for my taxes. So that was around $226. What I do is whatever's in my current checking account from all my deposits or whatever, I have another account, and I don't have like a link for these people or anything. It's just what I use. I don't know if I talk about it. I use Vio Bank or Vio Bank. I don't really know how you say it. But I set up an account with them, and I just transfer all my tax money to that, so that because it's an online checking account, I just never even look at, and I just keep all my taxes there. I also keep like my emergency fund and stuff like that for personal finances in another account like that. Like I like throwing money at accounts I don't check very often, so that I don't access it. But that's what I do, as I just calculate 0.15 of all my profit at the end of each month and ship it off so that I don't touch it. Vern, are you mainly using Facebook Marketplace or also eBay? Have you ever used AutoDS? So I don't dropship on eBay right now. I only dropship on Facebook. I haven't used AutoDS yet, but they've reached out to me too, and they want me to create a thing for them, but they are like third on my list. So FBMFOX is first on my list. There's like 4 people behind them. So I'm not to AutoDS yet, but I do have affiliate stuff for them, but I don't know all their features. So that's why you don't hear me talk about them very much. Should I be worried about ordering from Amazon and selling it on Facebook? Before I read the rest of your question, that's all I do, just so you know. Concerned about the receipt in the box that I'm worried. You and a million other people are worried about that. Don't worry about that. Nobody cares. Second question is, do you recommend any other websites to buy from and sell on Facebook Marketplace? I literally only use Amazon and sometimes eBay right now, and on a very rare occasion I use Walmart. That's all I do. Keep it simple. I still do the bare bones basic retail drop shipping. Like I haven't made it more elaborate than that. So you're good, man. You can go. You can good to go. Quit letting it hold you back. Yeah, no problem, Aubrey. Ivan, is shipping option available in all countries for Facebook Marketplace dropshipping? I don't know. I don't know, because I'm in the U.S., so I don't have any reason to know if it's available in other countries. Last I checked, it's not, but and it definitely isn't in all countries. Now, I know Australia is probably going to get it soon. The UK is probably going to get it soon if they don't have it already. I'm curious if they already have it, because I'm looking at the FBMFOX software, and it has an option for UK. So, but I can't verify if that works or not. But yeah. Are you keeping track of the items that Facebook is paying you? No. How do you know if an item that you sold Facebook hasn't paid you? I don't check. I have 4 items that I haven't gotten paid from March. I don't know. I don't keep track of it. In fact, you know what's weird is I look at I keep track of everything in a spreadsheet, and then every once in a while I go in and I take my pending balance mixed with my current orders, and I add all that up and get one number. And I take what's in my bank account and I add that up, and then I subtract that from what's on my credit cards, and that's how I know exactly how much money I should be expecting soon. And I always have more money than I expect to have. So if anything, I should have less if Facebook's not paying me, but I actually always end up having more, like a lot more, like a few $100s off more. So I never checked because I just got to the point where I was selling too much to be worried about that crap, which just sounds dumb, but that's just, I honestly stopped looking. I lost my stream for a second. Okay. How much do you pay your accountant if that isn't too intrusive to ask him? No, I'm all about numbers, Alexander. You can ask me numbers. I am not worried about that kind of stuff. I love the idea of giving away that type of info because I hate that we all make it so, who cares? You don't care about that. My accountant, I think they charge me $40 an hour to consult with them. So like if I have questions, which is going to be the meeting that I have this next week, I'm literally going to go sit down across the table with them in person and be like, look, I'm doing this dropshipping stuff. Nobody really knows how to handle it. I really want to know so that I don't get in trouble and go to jail. How do I do this properly? And then she's going to talk to me about it. I'm going to take some notes and I'm going to make a stupid little video about it. But that's just to ask her a bunch of questions because it takes time out of her day. For her to actually do my personal taxes when this is all said and done, I think it's like $100. She does my full taxes for $100. And then she also does, I have my videography business on the side, and she does all of that for $150. So she gives me what's called a Schedule K1. So, yeah. But, I mean, I'd much rather pay $100 to have somebody do my taxes and probably get more back, especially because she's always finding like all these little loopholes for me and doing all this like tax jujitsu on this stuff to like get me the best possible outcome. And yeah, I use a actual accountant. I haven't used TurboTax in years because like I realized once I actually shifted to pay somebody that I got better results back. Okay. Never use Target, they will catch on. Yeah, I've heard Target's not great to use. Okay, thanks. Okay, could you drop a link to your spreadsheet example? Thank you for explaining my previous question. Yeah, no problem. I'm not gonna go find it right now, but if you just go to my videos on my like YouTube page, and just if you click videos and scroll a little bit, you'll find one that just says the best spreadsheet. And it has like spreadsheet in orange font, and it's my stupid face on the thumbnail. That is my spreadsheet, and there is a link in there. Don't request access to it. A lot of people do that, and I just delete those emails. You actually just have to like file save it. Or you can copy paste it into your own document. Like it was just meant for people to save, I guess, and then open back up in their own thing. Cool. How did you find your accountant? I just use... I was recommended somebody here locally. I live in Kansas. They live in Kansas. There's just my personal accountant here. I'm sure you could just Google local accountants in your area or get a name dropped by a friend or something, and that's what I did. I just used them because they were already for my other business here locally. Sorry, Gaming Fanatic, I skipped you. Oh, Alexander, yeah, that's not that bad. Hold on, Gaming Fanatic. I skipped a bunch of people. Hold on. Okay, Gentle Striker. How to fix the buying option when it's gray. Gentle Striker, man. Well, you probably have... You're the person who said that you had the Social Security number verification issue, right? You're probably gray because you don't have that verified yet. They don't want you to sell anything until they can get your stuff figured out, is what I would imagine. But other than that, just reporting it and trying to get it reviewed. But I imagine it's because of the verification problem. That's a steal, not a bad deal for a CPA. Yeah, I mean, to me, it's pretty cheap. Gaming Fanatic, should I open another bank account strictly for Facebook? Kind of getting messy with my personal bank account. I would recommend it, yeah, because now, like, I use Bluevine. I'm not affiliated with them. I don't have anything for them, but that's just what I personally use. It is a business checking account only, so like you do have to have a tax ID for it, and it gives you like 1% interest on all your stuff, which is why I went with them, because that's pretty high for what interest rates are right now for banks. But yeah, I like it because I can just log in there and then I just only see that one total and I know like, okay, well that total is exactly what I have, and I don't have to filter it through and deduct stuff from my personal stuff. So yeah, I would recommend it. How did you, okay. What's good, bro? How's the drop shipping? It's great. Did LLC help with taxes also? Gaming Fanatic, at the moment, I don't know. I'm gonna bring that up in our meeting because again, I don't know if you were in here earlier, but since the LLC can't actually be tied to my marketplace account, I don't know if it actually matters with my taxes or not. So we'll see. If anything, it might just cost me. Bro, I'm scared of taxes this year. I've made 13K drop shipping on marketplace. That's all right, man. Depending on your state. What was this? You've made 13K just in the last few months? That's pretty cool. 13,000 times 0.15. Well, make sure you keep about 2,000 of that set aside for taxes, man. Because that's the average tax liability for that, for self-employment. But, I don't know. How many listings per day you at right now? I mean, today I listed 5 things for the first time in a week. So, I don't really list on average anything. When are you starting an OnlyFans? I've considered starting an OnlyFans. I'm not starting an OnlyFans, Alexander. Stop asking me stuff like that. Come on, man. This guy's YouTube channel needs to blow up. Thank you again for answering my question. It is an absolute best man. Our cheers. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. Super appreciate that. Because of that comment, let's all take a moment to like the video. This video's got like 5 likes on it, but there's 30 people in here, so that kind of makes me sad. Is my cat in the frame right now? Right outside of the frame, my cat is licking itself, and you can't see it, but I can hear it. And it's grossing me out. Stop. Ugh. Stop doing that. Ooh. Start saving. LOL. How are your sales going for May so far? Not the best, but I just did my video where I gave away all my top selling stuff. Now those items aren't selling, of course. So that motivates me to actually get listing again. So I listed for the first time today in a while. Haven't sold anything yet. Let me see what my views are looking like. I sold some I'm trying to shift to higher ticket items and see if I get success with that. Because I'm kind of sick of fulfilling like multiple orders constantly for like $6 to $8. I'm hoping to get more in the range of stuff. I love when I get an order. Like there's something that I sell right now that I haven't given away yet, but it's like it cost me like $100 and some dollars, like $110 to buy, but I sell it for $255. So I get like over $100 every time I sell it. So I want to shift to things. I want to start finding those golden items. Especially because then when I give away stuff, it's like, ooh, those are really good items. But but my numbers right now, let me go back to May. I said it earlier. I think one of them's like, I think I've maybe made like $150 this month so far, because I just haven't been doing much other than the YouTube. So not much, but I'm hoping it goes up. Dude said OnlyFans. Yeah, hopefully saying OnlyFans on here doesn't get my video demonetized. I don't know if that happens. All right. You skipped me, bro. Did I skip you? How's it going? What's the best category you had success selling on Facebook? All right. Sorry, I skipped you, man. In the past, it's been a lot of lawn and garden stuff. Right now, it's literally all over the place, though. I don't really have a good... Like I just gave you guys what my top selling items were, and those are literally the things that I was selling the most of. So that's what I sell is in my previous top items for April video. At D, most of my money goes back into dropshipping. I need to get that Amazon Prime credit card. Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. And I just had a customer say, "Sir, FYI, 20 minutes after I got an email saying the package was delivered to my front door, checked, nothing. Now it's been 2 hours and still no package. Just giving you the heads up. We'll let you know if it shows up." I'm assuming that's probably because I put a fake tracking number in on this person's order. So, cool. I want to verify something on the spot with you guys really quick. Keep your questions coming. I will answer them. I'm going to verify. His name is Ed. Where you at, Ed? Probably because his shit is not actually delivered. Arriving tomorrow. Yep. All right, so perfect. Here's something I just did on the spot, just out of nowhere. I don't usually do this, but so I entered in. It looks like it's like an OAGENIUS tracking number because this person had TBA. Yep. So I entered one in with the original date because now on OAGENIUS you can select what your arrival date is, which is so cool. I love that. But chances are this thing was supposed to arrive today, so I put in an arrival date for today. But at some point it must have been delayed a day, so it's actually going to arrive tomorrow. Oh, no, it does say today. I'm an idiot. Okay, anyway. I have had this happen where a customer's just like, hey, this says it's arrived, but it's not because the tracking number says originally it was supposed to arrive one day, and then the actual tracking service delayed it a day. And I just say like, oh, Facebook's bad at keeping track of that stuff. It's not good at once it receives a tracking number and adapting to any changes. So that's just kind of what I said. Okay, back to this. You figure out a way to track your funds. Elaborate, D. What do you mean track my funds? Like my profit or my sales? What do you mean? 13K within 3 months, but I've been doing it full time, like 8 hours per day, product research and listing. Well, I mean, that effort is paying off, man. Hell yeah. Why can't it be attached to Facebook? I've heard of others using their LLCs strictly for Facebook. Don't know how true this is. The reason I say it can't be attached to Facebook is because Facebook doesn't allow you to enter in an EIN at the moment to your Facebook Marketplace account because your Marketplace account is a personal thing. So you can only put your personal social in there, and it's going to pay you like a contractor or ish, just in general. It's a 1099, but it's a different version of one. But so it's paying you as an individual. It's not going to pay you as a business. It's on the other end where technically you get paid and you can tie it to your business in a way, but you can't like take your tax ID number and input it to Facebook. Now, when they get shops figured out and that stops becoming like whatever the hell it is, I imagine you can probably tie that to actual business stuff. If you can't already. I don't know. I haven't messed with it. Mike Young. I've been having buyers wanting to buy multiple items from me at the same time. They will message me and ask for discounts. What is the best approach to giving a discount to these buyers? Mike, I always just tell people no. I just like when people ask for discounts, unless it's something that's really large and I'm like, ooh, this is like a few $100s worth of stuff profit, then I'm like, okay. But and then I tell them like, oh well, since Facebook doesn't allow you to buy multiple at the moment, wink, I can send you a PayPal link and you can pay me through there, which is great because then it's a less fee, so it's actually more profit on your end. If they can, I try to get them to do Venmo because then there's no fee and then you get all the profit. But if it's just like little stuff, I just tell them at the moment there isn't any discount for multiple. So I just leave it at that, and sometimes people are like, oh, okay, and then sometimes people buy it. Antoine, dude said OnlyFans. You're right. I would just find good margin between the total of your cost and the selling price. Okay. Absolutely liking this. Thank you. Intuition bet. Yeah, bro. Every time you do those top selling products, I already pray that you don't put one of my selling products because they get saturated at the lowest possible price so fast. I know. Isn't that the worst? Isn't that the worst? Hey, appreciate all the information. Just wondering how your day to day looks. Recently been trying to find a schedule that works for me. Work and just normal household stuff to do. David, that is a great ass question, man. That's the thing we all struggle with, right? How do I fit this in my normal everyday? Because, intuition over here just works 8 hours a day doing this stuff. Hell no. I've got a home life, which I value more than just about any of this. So I'm like, once it's chill time, it's chill time. Once I'm with my wife, I don't care about anything else. Leave me alone. I don't want to talk to you. And then I have my business that's not this, that I actually do on the side also. So it's scheduling clients, going out on shoots, doing all sorts of stuff. Then I have the YouTube to keep up with and do these lives and stuff. And that takes, a little bit of time out of each day because I'm also answering comments when I can, checking the Facebook group, and then I have to list and fulfill orders each day. So that's why I don't list, is because listing's at the bottom of my list of things that I need to get done. But if you didn't have YouTube stuff and you didn't have another business, but you probably have another job, so just equate that to the same thing. The best thing to do is to do it in the morning. I mean, think of it like working out or whatever. It's like you just get up. I like to get up, fulfill any orders that I got from the previous day or at night. And then I fulfill those, list a little bit, and then I let the day do its work. I'll just let orders come in. When I see that I received a new order, don't feel like you have to go fulfill that right away. Just don't. Unless it's an item you're having trouble stock with or whatever, it's hard not to do that. But I just handle everything in the morning. So that's what I would recommend. Or whatever your morning is. So if your free time actually is in the evening or at lunch or whatever, just whatever I don't have to worry about anything right now. I would do that. All right. Rich. Just wanted to thank you for all the encouragement. Listed my first 3 items today. Got 2 orders within an hour. Hell yeah, Rich. That's what I like to see. Perfect. Aubrey, is anyone else having issues tracking with LaserShip? My tracking hasn't been updated and it's been a few days. Yeah, man, LaserShip, I can't say that. I've only had like 2 of those and they kind of suck. They're not great. So, I don't know if that's just part of the story, but it's part of the MO for them. Vern, right now I'm just listing things on eBay and adding it to Facebook Marketplace also. Sweet. I listed a few from Sam's Club on eBay, but didn't put those on Marketplace. What is the best way to make the transition? I mean, just do it. What do you mean, make the transition? Do you mean, like, you said you're already listing things on eBay and then adding them to Marketplace? I mean, the best way to do it is to I mean, okay, for those of you who weren't here before, we were all talking a lot about FBMFOX. I mean, that stuff, if you have it sync all your items, you can quickly list things, and then it keeps track of those things for you too. So, I mean, and it will actually, like we discovered earlier from the guy who made it, it will auto price and mark things in and out of stock as you like as it syncs with everything. So like other services, there's a lot of them where like it'll send you an email and then you have to go back to your marketplace and enter in the price and make it out of stock. FBM Fox does that stuff for you. Like it's literally pretty damn close to full automation. So that's all I'm saying. And by the way, for those of you who weren't here a minute ago when we talked about this, you know that I gotta get my codes out there. That's my coupon code. Oh, that's not the coupon code. Use this one. Let me retract this. Remove. Perfect. That's 10% off and a 7-day. So it's 10% off your first month and then 7-day free trial. But I learned today that they do literally full price retracing the price and marking your stuff in and out of stock. I'm losing my energy, guys. All right. What if a customer wants to buy multiple quantities of the product I'm selling? Then you tell them to make multiple orders, or you take a deal outside in Venmo or PayPal, like what I said earlier. Okay, Vern. I still have a lot of items that I need to put on eBay and that is keeping me busy. Plus, I'm opening a booth this month in an antique mall. That's pretty cool. Nice. What are your thoughts on the accounts being shut down? Glitch or purposeful? Also, what are they about this getting saturated soon? Mike, I think it's just Facebook having stupid problems. I don't think it actually has anything to do with anybody anymore. We all jumped to a bunch of imaginative conclusions and wanted to blame it on this or that. I think it's literally they're just tweaking crap and they were like, oh no, and they had to like cover their ass with some checks, but who knows. I'm not really worried about saturation right now because I don't think saturation is going to be the issue. I think saturation on products are going to be the issue. So, I mean, there's always going to be more and more crap to sell. If saturation was a problem, people wouldn't be making thousands of dollars on Amazon. So, I don't know. Could be wrong though. It's not really something I'm concerning myself with because doing that more is just keeping me from selling. So, get rid of that. Just sell, man. I do have the option to edit my listings after they have sold. Absolute game changer. Nice. I don't have that option. I've tried it. It does not let me do that, regardless of what kind of tricks I do it. So that's nice. Facebook Marketplace, Fox, or whatever, FBM Fox does that for me, apparently. I haven't tried it yet, though, so I'm excited to. Okay. Where are we at? Today, Facebook allowed me to list more than 3 things, so after putting up a few listings, I have gotten 5 orders total with crazy profit margins. Nice. But I'm honestly scared to go through with the orders. I know. That's the tough part, is when you actually get some orders, you're like, oh, crap. Now what do I do? So, yeah. Just do it. Do your orders. You're going to be great. Totally fine. I need to be drinking water. My throat already hurts. Ugh. Oh, I see. You're afraid Facebook will ban you once you buy them. I feel you. I feel you. But it's either that or you cancel the orders right now. What do you want to do? I would challenge you to think of it as like, if you were really worried about that, then why'd you put up listings? You definitely put up listings with the end result of selling them. So you better order those damn things. Lester, can you start with $0 or do you need an upfront? I didn't use any of my own personal money, but I used a credit card. So I have yet to spend any of my own money to do any of this. That's how I was able to get back into the Facebook algorithm after getting banned. That's cool. I was really hoping to sell some of these damn things today. I might call it soon. We're about an hour in. I would have done a longer one, but since my power went out earlier, I would have been going already. But are you still seeing success? Yeah. I dropped the prices on my best-selling products close to break even. And once the sales started coming in again, I slowly started bumping the price up by $1 or $2 until I got back to the original price. And my sales have completely skyrocketed. That's crazy. That's awesome. Vern, thanks for all the help and answers. Gotta go, get some things done. Catch you later. You're the best. Thanks, Vern. Actually, you're the best. I'm probably gonna go soon too, cause I got stuff, dude. I gotta go get cat food for the cat. You know, I gotta go get an iced coffee from Chick-fil-A, cause why not? Like I got my list. My to-do list is crazy. What's the most profit you've heard someone made? Lester, when I first started. I haven't talked to him in a long time, but when I first started my channel, a guy found me, and he told me he had only been doing it for about 3 months, which is where I'm at now. But he said he was making $15,000 a month profit. Yep, that's the most I've heard so far. I've heard underneath that, I've heard 10 and 8 and 4,000 a month, but that's what I've heard. Which is, all those numbers are doable if you just are consistent and develop some tools. What's your method for product research? Well, P. Luna, it used to just be wing it, but now I use FBM Fox to do product research because they have a product research tool. So what I do is I go into like eBay and I'll find a seller that's a drop shipper, and there's a tool in there that scans all their items to find their best sellers based off the criteria you put in. And that helps me find items that are best sellers. And then I will take those items, copy paste the descriptions into Amazon, find Amazon products there, which you don't have to do it this way. That's just the way I do it. Because then it's like, okay, well, if these sell good on this platform, they probably sell good on the other one too. And that's how I find stuff now. And every once in a while, just if I have some inspiration for something, I'll find it that way too. But I kind of let it do the guesswork for me, and it's actually very quick. I have a coupon code for that if you're interested, P-Lona. It's Cameron10, all one word. I put it in the chat earlier, and it's always in my descriptions. It gives you 10% off your first month and a 7-day free trial. All right, enough pitching. Before the ban, I was crushing 300 to 800 per day. Damn, that's awesome. My wife's account says she has a delivery option, not shipping. But when she lists on her phone, it says shipping. But her listing on the computer says delivery only. Have you heard of this? I have not heard of that, Don. But I hate that there's even a difference between the app and computer, because I hate those things. My sales tanked after the ban, but once I started dropping my prices, I'm going viral again. Good, Russ. It is possible. Legit use all Cam's trick and made over 1,000 just today. No cap. Damn, Alexander. I wish I could make 1,000 in a day. Man. Somebody get Alexander a YouTube channel, man. But no, seriously, I'm glad. The problem with Cam's tricks is that Cam doesn't follow him. I do, but like, I don't list enough. If I listed, you guys would be seeing me be like, yo, I made one video this week because I'm too damn busy. Would you feel safe using an old personal account or create a new one for this? My main selling account is my own personal account that I've had since like 2007. So that's the one I make most of my money on. I just now have a new account, and I've made like $25 on it this month so far. So open a new one, but it took me 2 months to get shipping on a new one. What's going to change after the ban? I just learned about Facebook dropshipping, and I'm wondering if you can still hit good numbers. I'm willing to put the work in. Yeah, Lester, you're good. You're good. We're all making money. Go for it. No problems. Tom, hey Cameron, cheers for the live video. Fun fact, your top selling item from April was one of the was one that I had already listed, but I only had 1 or 2 sales from April. Dang, man. Well, I'm glad we both sold some good items. Just so you know, that kayak is basically obsolete now. What is the best way to learn how to use FBMFOX for product research? So right now, the best way is that they have videos on their YouTube channel, just a few whenever they come out with new features. I'm going to be making some videos on it, so go ahead and if you want, use my coupon code. Of course, I'm always going to say that, and get your free trial going. You get 7 days with that and 10% off your first month. So go ahead and give it a try. But when I did my free trial, I literally made enough money in my free trial to pay for their most expensive monthly package in like the 3 to 7 days or however long. Back then their trial was a tiny bit differently, but yeah, I mean, I really like it so far, and I'm just now scratching its features. So I plan on this week hopefully learning it in its entirety so that I can talk about it way more confidently to you. But I pretty much use them for product research. Well, damn, I'm trying to make 1,000. Tom, do you have a link for the Facebook help support? It's in the group somewhere. I don't personally have that link, no. Greatly appreciate the answer. Do you still use Z-Drop? I do have Z-Drop so I can keep up with its features so I can talk about it. And until, like I said, I haven't fully done all of FBMFox's features yet. I use Z-Drop right now because I know how to use their copy the addresses to fulfill orders, and that's pretty much all I use it for now. But it's still, for somebody who doesn't want to spend a bunch of money and isn't quite there yet, like you just started and you're like, man, I don't know if I can spend monthly, I think Z-Drop is a great beginner tool that will up your game really quickly, and then you can like just not use it whenever you want to stop using it and switch to something a little bit more, full of other features. Tom, used your code last week, haven't used the product research yet. Man, to me, that's the best part so far. So start playing with it. Thanks again, bro. The buyer can't cancel their order after 30 minutes, correct? That is not correct. It says that they have to do it within 30 minutes, but I've had people do it after like 3 days. So it's still, for those who don't know what I'm talking about, somebody asked, the buyer can't cancel their order after 30 minutes, correct? No, that's not correct. It used to be, but then they started changing some stuff, and now I've had some people say that they don't have the option, but I've had people be able to request to cancel after days. So it all just depends. I think a lot of the times people are like, oh, I can't do this. They're just going to have to cancel it. But no. I use your code. Okay, thanks again, bro. You ever get banned again or got both accounts up and running? I've got both my accounts are up and running. I've never been banned twice. I've got banned on each account, but I haven't done the thing where I keep getting rebanned or anything. John, I don't have a credit card. I have $13 in my debit card. Would I be able to start? What problem would I come across? So, John, the problem is Facebook holds your money. So, and you would only be able to sell, like, if let's say you legit only have $13, like, let's say you sell something for $25 and it costs you $10 to buy it, that's crazy. That's crazy profit that none of us really do, but we do it sometimes. The issue though is that you now have to take your only money, buy that item, and then hope everything goes well on the way to the customer. So that means that the item doesn't get lost. You're able to get a return if there's an issue. Like the payment goes through, the customer doesn't request for a refund behind your back, and then Facebook pays them anyway because that's how it works. And then you just lose out on your money. That happens to people sometimes. And then once the item's delivered, Facebook holds your money for 5 days just to be safe, and then they pay you the total. So at that point, you get your $13 back plus the difference. So I would recommend somebody just put, Intuition Bet just put $500 to start. I agree with that. Maybe even $1,000. So use a credit card if you can, or save up more money because that's not going to be good enough. If you're not using Z-Drop, you're doing this completely wrong. Yeah, Z-Drop's great. It's just there's other tools out there now that are like crazy more features. But I still probably always keep Z-Drop, honestly. Because, I mean, for Z-Drop, you need one sale. Like, so for those of you who still want Z-Drop, if you don't have it already, my coupon code for that is just my first name, Cameron, and that gives you $1 off. They just raised their prices, so it's not $9 a month anymore. Now it's like $12 a month, but it's originally $13 a month. So it's still pretty good if you're starting out. All right, guys, I'm going to call it. I appreciate you all so much. If you haven't already, please, when I get done with this, maybe, I don't know, like the video. I don't care. Whatever you want. I appreciate it. Damn, all right, guys, thanks for the help. Yep. Sorry, John. I will see you guys next time, and